Hi friends, it is Leslie in the Cozy Yellow Cottage and welcome back. So today we are going to decorate the kitchen for Halloween, but first I am trying to make some ghost eggs. It's not going so well, but before the season is over, I will master these eggs. And speaking of ghosts, so this thing here was just some fabric that I had tied over top of one of those wig heads, the styrofoam head for wigs. I usually would keep it out on the sun porch, but somehow it ended up on my broom handle, and it is perfect there because the broom is always sitting in that corner. You just never see it because I don't show it. And I cannot wait to see Paul sweep the floor with that ghost. So as far as decorating this room for Halloween, I left a lot of the fall stuff the way it was. I did go ahead and add some lights already, spiders, and a few pieces of garland. And then all of this stuff up here are things that I'm going to work with today. I already did this area on top of the refrigerator, and I did not feel like taking it apart again. Starting over here in this corner, I apologize about the lighting. It's awful. It's early in the morning. It was cloudy, and every time I would try to focus in, I would lose focus because of the light. So this is what we have so far, but I'll make sure that it's better for the finished tour. Since it's already lit up in that corner, I took the light bulb out of this pumpkin. There's no need to plug it in. And I wanted to fill it with something fun, so I ended up using this sign that I got from Kirkland's. And then look at all these toothpicks that I have. I have a lot of stuff. I think they're from the Dollar Tree, and I've just collected them throughout the years. So I have them in a tall shot glass, and I'm putting them in the back. And then I'm going to add a little pumpkin, of course. And then this adorable squirrel. Look at it. So I bought two of them at my local grocery store. They were so cute. I almost knocked the lady over trying to get to them. They were too cute. So I'm going to keep that round basket up there. And I'm using the same little thing that I had for fall, except we're going to see the jack-o'-lantern face this time. And I did switch out the flowers. A little something different. I'm going to use the same utensil crock. I just like the white. But we got to add a little whimsy to it. And look at these. I always put these with my utensils during Halloween. And I actually use them a lot. Why not? If I can't use the things that I have, if I'm collecting things and I just can't use them, I don't want them anymore. That's the rule. I decided to add the straws over here since the coffee pot is here and since I use those for iced coffee. And then these little mushroom salt and pepper shakers that came from the Dollar General, I believe. Aren't they adorable? I couldn't pass them up. The orange one has pumpkin spice in it, pumpkin pie spice, and the red one has cinnamon. So this was broken in the box, and I wasn't that upset about it because I already knew that I was going to donate those anyway. But for some reason I hung on to it. I was going to put it on my scarecrow outside. But look, it fits right on top of my paper towels, and how cute is that? So I'll just use it for this season and then just throw it out. I have this corner done, and I love all the orange. It makes me so excited. Over here on the stove, I just pulled out some ground beef for dinner. There's my grandma's cow. So up here with the cow, I'm going to add some of those shelf sitters. So up here with the cow, I'm going to add some shelf sitters. I want to say self shitter, okay? Shelf sitters. One is a mummy and the other one is Frankenstein. They look really cute up there. It is starting to feel very festive. Love it. All right, moving on over here to this side. I've got this great video playing on YouTube. It has really cute music too, but of course I have it turned down. And I'm adding some of my favorite coffee mugs. These are the Halloween mugs that I do use. In fact, that skull is my absolute favorite one. The pumpkins, I believe, came from Walmart last year. And look at this little one. This Boston Terrier, I got at Home Goods or Marshall's last year. Had to get it. And then I had more garland hanging up here. I just tucked it away for this video. Now I'm hanging it up again. And the jar of candy corn, which is getting low. I have my hand in there at least once a day. And here's the other squirrel. So when you buy pairs of things, do you make them kiss? Because we always do it. All the girls in this house do it. I can't not make them kiss. This picture I bought last year at Ross, and isn't it cute? I was obsessed with it. And I've got this little sign here. I think that came from the Dollar Tree. I've had it for a long time. And I'm adding one of Sally's little sluggies up there. It's a perfect color. Down here on this shelf, I believe I've put this tray here for the past few years. It just works. And the same with this jack-o'-lantern. I always put it up here because it doesn't require a cord and it is on a timer. It's awesome. It's got a great flicker. And I totally forgot that I had this bowl. I think I got it last year at the grocery store. It is so cute. I got so excited when I saw it because I cannot wait to use it. And I'm going to add my ghost cake up here. So I made this a few years ago, but last year it got lost and I forgot to put it out. So I'm going to just put it up here on the shelf this year. And I found another shelf sitter, another cat, and I'm putting it up there. And I almost forgot to add Mr. Mouse Cheese World. Look at that. I've got to put that out somewhere, so I'm putting it up here, and I wrapped this little tail around the shelf to make it stay. So cute. I can't wait to show you this all lit up. Here's that shelf all finished and colorful. Look how colorful it is. This corner, okay, I didn't really want to move this basket of flowers or pumpkins. I really wanted that there, but it just feels really busy, so I may move it later. But you can see I filled it with some picks and that cute ghost tea towel. I thought it was cute. And it hides a whole bunch of cords. And over here on this side, here's that coffee that I bought this year. One of the few things that I did buy. And honestly, I had no idea where I was going to put it. Why did I get that? So it is going in this little basket here, and it actually looks cute there. And my acorn bowl I always use, so that has to be handy. And then the little squirrel salt and pepper shakers, they're a must because they're cute. And then here are my stackable measuring cups, and I hope I'm not putting them in danger right here, but I thought that would be a good spot for them. All right, we got this side done. Look. I just found this tag and decided to add it here. Why not? We need more stuff. One of my blog friends many years ago, her name was Lynn. I cannot remember her blog, but she sent me this beautiful sun catcher that she made. It is going to hang here in the window as it always does. Okay, we're moving on to the other table, and I'm going to put my little teapot up there. And sadly, it has a few chips in the spout, so I'm going to have to perform surgery. It is so cute. I love that thing. Okay, we're almost finished. So I'm just going to give the island a good cleaning. And then I'm topping it with another curtain, one of those curtains that I made that I'm not using anymore. I just really love this fabric, so I'm getting my use out of them. And then I added this white picture of foliage here. I don't necessarily know that that's gonna stay. I don't really like it that much. And I'm adding my caramel apple cake here, that fake cake. And Jody, I have not forgot that you asked me how to make that. I need to look for that. Now that that is set, I feel like it is time for me to be quiet and turn the music up and let you enjoy some of the scenes of the finished room. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It is rushed and I will see you in the next one.